Hey y'all, Ms. B, and I want to talk about a couple hot topics. Those who are new to my channel, I see y'all watching my channel, but I don't see no subscribers. Can we up those subscribers and up those likes? Because like the analytics show me that y'all watching my content, but the subscribers don't match it. I guess that's why we always hear content creators say like, comment, subscribe. You know, I used to get exhausted with that, but now I see why. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, and let's do our thing. So I want to talk about a couple of hot topics that's been like circulating this week. And I had some time, so I want to get on here and talk. First, let's talk about Essence. The Essence Festival has been around for many years. I remember going there like in my mid-20s or whatever, New Orleans. New Orleans is always a good time, always a good key, always fun. I think the criticism they're getting with Essence is the fact that it's not bringing like the local New Orleans aesthetic. Like you know, when you go to New Orleans, how you want to feel, how you want to be. You want to eat some good food, some gumbo, some, you know, po' boy shrimp sandwiches, and also have the Essence with the artists and all that. I feel like over the years, the artistry that they have brought, not to say that anybody that performed this year was horrible, but it wasn't, you know, Essence level. I remember years ago, everybody used to be like Janet Jackson. I want to say, don't quote me. One year was like Frankie Beverly, may he rest in peace, the epitome of New Orleans. I mean, like, it was a vibe. So people have been criticizing this year of Essence. I just think the Essence, whoever who's over the board, who's ever over the guest list as far as, you know, performance, who's ever over the vendors, need to bring that New Orleans-esque into Essence. And I think that would help out a lot. Like the local people, the people that live there, the people that know what the people want. And that's why everybody loves New Orleans. Like, you go there, you gonna have a good time. You get some good food, you have some good drinks. Baby, I can't even tell y'all the stories about my times in New Orleans. But yeah, I feel like maybe they scaled back or scaled down, or the entertainment wasn't there. But we saw the videos. We saw Lauryn Hill performing with nobody there, and it ended at 2:30 in the morning. Like, I don't want Essence to go away. I just want somebody to sit down in the boardroom and regroup and listen to what the people are saying, and maybe bring some more local people in there. And then I saw the fact that Target was there. Even though they're trying to disguise themselves, they were there. Everybody know we're boycotting Target. So yeah, they tried to turn their red into pink, but everybody recognized it was Target. I used to love Target. I used to get all my daughter's clothes when they were small from Target, all my work clothes from Target. But how they did through this last situation, yeah, don't F for Target anymore. So yeah, I feel like Essence needs to do a better job. My ponytail is not ponytailing like I wanted to. Need to do a better job of bringing Essence back to its essential way of how I used to feel being in New Orleans, being a part of something that's been going on for, what, 30 years, 25 years? A long time. I'm telling you, I went there like in my 20s, and I'm much older now. The next topics I want to talk about is, I'm exhausted to talk about Puffy. I'm exhausted to talk about Puffy. I'm exhausted to talk about all this stuff. He got off on a RICO, man egg charges, blah, blah, blah. But I'm in just confusion as to why his counsel on the day of the sentencing, that he decided to want to rush up the sentencing only to push it back to October 3rd, which the judge had already said. And now we know that the judge is asking for, on both sides, give me cases of the Mann Act before his sentencing. To me, the dream team that Puffy has feels like this is another like moment where they're gonna pull off some rabbit out of their hat to say, oh no, because there's no other Mann Act, essentially institution, where a person faces this much time or that much time. But he's gonna do time, or maybe time served. Who knows? All I can say is, listening to the testimony, and now we're finding out like some of the prosecution had witnesses they didn't bring up. It was evidence they didn't bring up. It's just a lot. And when in shell this man gets out, what's gonna happen? Like what is the end result with his career? Like, he can't be in the shiny suits, he can't be loved, he can't be none of that, because it's gonna all backfire. It's a lot of supporters for him after the verdict was, you know, mentioned. A lot of our fave housewives was liking posts, and I'm like, girl, I'm not gonna say no names. Girl, you was accused of the same type of stuff, and you gonna go on Instagram and like the post? Girl, we all saw it. I'm just gonna say tiny. Tiny. We saw it. Do y'all, so I'm not saying, so let me clarify and be very specific when I talk about Puffy. I'm not saying this man can't have a kink about whatever he does in his bedroom. But that wasn't the thing that we were looking for. I think the prosecution missed the ball of all the things we have been hearing. I keep saying this in all my videos. I think I said it in my previous videos. The things that we know, the things that we've seen, the things that we've heard, that's hardcore evidence of him doing, none of that was presented, and they were leaning hard in on too much of the essay in the trafficking and the DV, which he was not on trial for DV. And I think the chef, Jordan, when she did her Instagram post, made that impeccably clear, you know, why she did not testify. Because she was like trying to tell them, look, y'all leaning the wrong way. Y'all need to lean this way, not that way, this way. And they didn't listen. Hey, they lawyers, they think they know better, whatever, but they lost their racketeering case. Do I believe Puffy is a good man? No. Do I believe Puffy should be let out on the streets again? No. Because we know what he's going to do. He's going to reach. He's going to seek out vengeance against everybody that talks about him. And I feel like there were serious victims. Everybody's now coming down on Cassie. Y'all can say what y'all want about Cassie. Cassie was the only woman that stood up to that man. Kim Porter didn't do it. May she rest in peace. They say she was about to. She didn't do it. Cassie did it. If she was complicit in some of the F-offs, okay, or not, if that one time that somebody tells you, no, I don't want to do it, or I don't want to take this substance, that means no means no. So, yeah, I honestly, I want some psychologists to, like, hit the chat and say, something happened with Puffy. Like, something's wrong with him, and for him to, like, be able to have this sinister life behind the scenes and then go in front of the public and present himself another way. And then everybody in Hollywood knew it. But anyway, that's my point on the hot topics of Puffy. They asked for a speedy sentencing, but then pushed it back. Judge wants to know, Give me cases where the man act was charged with this sentence, that sentence. I feel like that judge is being very fair. Honestly, leaning really heavy on Puffy a lot. But I'm not a judge. Didn't go to law school. I just read and have common sense. And I noticed that lately, common sense ain't all common. The way these YouTubers are beefing in the streets about this trial, I was like, Puffy wouldn't even look at you if you was handing him food, child. Okay? Why y'all out here camping for him? Baby, he don't care. He don't care. But that's my hot topics on Puffy. Next up. Lord. Tyler Perry, I love you down. I love you down. I have always heard about the Tyler Perry story. I watched his documentary, which is amazing, on Amazon. How he had this goal and his dream, and he met that dream and that goal. I even watched the Madea Destination. You know, I wanted to just like have a little, you know, Madea Kiki. It was cute. But Tyler Perry, if you are a homosexual man, just be that. I understand that his core audience are a lot of church people. And a lot of church people, especially old Baptist church in the down in here in the South, don't believe in homosexuality. But to clean up all of this stuff, I feel like you're going to have to make a bold, bright statement about what's going on. Because it's not just you that's being dragged into it. No, it's your executive producer who still works at your Tyler Perry Studios. I have a very soft spot in my heart for Tyler Perry. Because I saw Tyler, when all these billionaires, millionaires, on their jets, on their planes, Tyler Perry was out here really helping people that nobody knew about. Tyler Perry was actually out here doing, I won't say the Lord's work, but doing what he could with his money. Instead of, unlike Diddy, paying for escorts and F-offs, he was actually buying people Christmas gifts. He was actually doing a lot. Now, I want to gate, there allegedly are victims, or they could be just people setting him up. Because I won't forget that at the BET Awards, when he said, I made more millionaires with his company than this town alone. I think that didn't sit right with the elite. And so we have all these accusations. The last dude came out, he went on the internet and provided a lot of receipts against Tyler Perry's executive producer, executive manager, executive chief of staff, shit. Somebody in the executive level, on a C-suite level. And I wanted to know more. Like, okay, you're coming to us. What we gonna do? What can we do? When everybody comes to the internet and tell us all about these high-profile people, what is the internet supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? I mean, I don't know. I don't know Tyler Perry. I just will say this. There's good and bad in everybody. And people have their way about themselves. I just feel, to me, in my soul, my spirit, is following Tyler Perry. He's done a lot more. Well, I don't know how much bad he did, but he's done a lot of good. And some of the stuff he didn't even want y'all to know. Like, he didn't want y'all to, like, he would hide it to give back. Because he came from the trenches, and he know how it is to be homeless, and he know how it is to be without. So that's why I'm a little biased when it comes to Tyler Perry. Whatever. Shoot me. I don't care. No, don't shoot me. But like, shoot me in the comments. Give me your opinions. But that last dude that came out with, you know, Tyler Perry's executive and receipts and this and that. And he wasn't, you know, he's a veteran and he has all these issues. I won't negate any of that, but I will say Tyler Perry, straighten up and fly right. Like, I don't know what to say. You got more money than I hope I will one day. I'm just a little biased when it comes to Tyler Perry. I'm just a little biased. This ponytail is bothering me. I'm just a little biased. I'm just a little biased because even though, you know, his movies over years have got a little lackluster, except Straw. And it's like the same old song and dance. I just feel like we need to give Tyler a little grace. We need to give Tyler some grace. Tyler was, I want to believe, nowhere moving out there like Diddy. Unaliving people, you know, fingerprints gone missing, all alleged stuff we heard about him, even down to Biggie and Tupac. No, I don't see that with Tyler. Tyler grew up in a church just like I did, and I just feel like those without fault cast first sin. Can God throw rocks at him? Have you not sinned? Anyway, moving on from Tyler Perry. My next hot topic is Nicki and Jayz. I want to say the beef that they're having over Tidal, that was my favorite era of Nicki. Like when she was doing the remix with Beyonce for myself and getting on Tidal, and they did the whole, you know, live Tidal thing. I really miss that Nicki. Now I understand if somebody owe you a coin, like I need my coin. But I was thinking in like the accounting brain that I have, if Jay-Z sold Tidal for $300 million, this man who's worth $1 billion, that's not a lot of money. That probably means he lost money by getting this platform from up under him. And I feel like Nicki, instead of coming to the internet and telling us our broadcasts about y'all millionaire problems, maybe go to court. Maybe like file a lawsuit. I don't know what to do. Like, it's so many lawsuits left and right. Like, do something other than tell us. Is it gonna make us hate Jay-Z? And you literally said he's still your top 5. No, it's not. It's not gonna help. And then I also want to say, Jay-Z, it's been a lot of talking going on, in the words of your wife's song, with your CFO Des Perez and her daughter. That's not making you look in a great light. So you have Nicki coming out with Des Perez situation and what all her daughter's saying. Then you saying he ain't paying her what he was supposed to owe her with all of them. Or I remember all of them artists had signed up under Tidal. It was like Madonna and Kanye. It was all the biggest artists you can think of. But I'm thinking like now, like Nicki, like go to court or do something, file a motion. I don't know. But back to Roc Nation. It's starting to get really, we're starting to see cracks in the foundation of that company. I never knew anything about Des Perez until her daughter came out. I watched the Impressive channel, and she get a very good breakdown of all the stuff she went through with her mom. Now, I will say, as a mother, sometimes kids get mad at you. You try to fix it. It ain't never good enough. You try to fix it better. You try to make it better. It ain't never good enough. I don't know their story, but I will say what that girl have receipts of is very interesting, to say the least. And for her to be over Roc Nation and Jay-Z, that's your company, and then you have Nicki coming out, and then Nicki obviously want to glow on the fact that Meg and Thee Stallion case against this photographer who watched her have alleged essay with another woman in Ibiza. Is it Ibiza or Ibiza? Somebody let me know, because people be saying Ibiza, but people be saying, no, it's called Ibiza. Anyway, any man, honestly, would, like, enjoy seeing Megan Thee Stallion do her big one with a woman, but apparently she used it because he was homosexual, and it's the whole thing, and the judge is not throwing out the case, and Nicki gloated on that. Nicki, I love you down. I'm telling you, sometimes when I'm feeling down, I'm the best. It's like one of my go-to songs. I was on the plane with Dwayne. Call with me, go to hell, man. But when you want to voice your grievances, why do you come to us? There's nothing we can do about it. There's nothing. We can't help you. We can't help you. There's nothing we can do about it. And then I also saw Miss Tina post a sub post. Miss Tina is on the internet, and the barbs came after her with a vengeance, so she had to say, no, I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about a relationship between me and Beyonce or something like that. I'm paraphrasing. We've never seen Miss Tina backpedal. I was like, whoa, what happened at the New Orleans? Like, girl, Miss Tina the backpedal. Miss Tina don't play. But yeah, Nicki, like, handle that in the courts. Like, handle it behind the scenes. Handle it whatever. She's saying they shadow ban her. They use all different techno things against her. They be in a courthouse, doing all these things allegedly. We don't know. That is beyond our scope. That is beyond our pay grade, and we can't rectify who's right and who's wrong. But I will say, Jay-Z, if you owe that lady $200 million, get that lady to her $200 million. That ain't nothing. That's $2 to you. Okay? $2 million is a lot of money for me. $200 million, and she keeps saying it's gaining interest. Pay that lady her money. It's crazy because it's such nostalgic days of missing title with all the performance of Nicki, Beyonce, Jay-Z, the Made in America Fest. All that's gone. And it's all washed up in this he say, she say BS. I will say this, Jay-Z never responds. Neither does Beyonce. And one of his lyrics say, we don't respond on the internet. We don't tennis that. So you ain't gonna get no response out of his mouth. You gonna, well, honestly, let me pause. We did get one response out of his mouth when Tony Busby was coming after him, and he with his nose app or his iPhone and typed up that thing. We did get one response, but usually because it was heinous. But usually we don't, this legal stuff and monies and stuff, he don't talk about that. He let his lawyers handle that, but I'm sure they're getting paid very well. So, also the last thing I want to talk about on Hot Topics is Korean Stephens being on Piers Morgan, talking in riddles and diddles. I was like, girl, what are you talking about? So are you saying right now, after you heard the case, you don't believe it was consensual with Puffy and Irv Gotti had sold you over to him? Even though you said you would have still had done it, but now you don't remember if you had done it because he allegedly made to put something in your drink. Korean, and now she didn't change her. First she was Superhead. Now she Korean. Now she Elizabeth Olsen. Ain't that one of the twins? Olsen. She put a Z in it. I think I wrote that down. And she had to I had to go back and read my own book that I hadn't read. Baby, we all read that book. Actually, I think I got a copy in storage. I'm going to go back and read that book. I remember everything that she said about everybody in the rap industry during that time. Korean, you're trying to play a game of semantics? Like, what are you doing? Because you're trying to say, yes, Irv gave me to Diddy. He was nice, and I would have willingly participated, but I cannot say if I can say, and she's talking in this accent. I cannot say if I would say that we both had intercourse because I can't remember. She's alluding to the fact that this man has been drugging women. But you say you was with the ish. So which one is it? Elizabeth, Corinne, Superhead, Stephens? Anyway, y'all, this is my quick hot topics. And there's just a couple things that was going on. Honestly, I'm tired of talking about Diddy. I'm really ready for Housewives to come back on, so I get back on there because I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted with Diddy, Kanye, all of them. I was watching somebody's video. They bringing the Kardashians in it, which, I mean, kind of tracks because Kanye is, he the one marched up there and he's all white. He was marching like Miss Sophia. When she was trying to see Celia in the yard, you told Harpo to beat me. That's how Kanye is marching it. So, the continents are kind of meeting. Anyway, y'all, like, comment, and subscribe. And this is my brief little hot topics is what's going on. I'm just exhausted with Diddy. I'm exhausted. Bring back the Housewives. Bring him back. Bring him back. Because I'm over talking about Diddy. I'm so over it. Well, if he get probation, if he get 2 years, 1 year, 15 years, 30 years, that does not affect me in the least bit. I wanted to follow the case because I was a fan of this man for many, many years. And I wanted to hear what the prosecutor was going to say. But when they started laying stuff out, I was like, y'all leaning too heavy into the S stuff. Like, let's talk about about Big Wolf and how Justin may allegedly be that man's child, and talk about, you know, Tupac and how the man Keefy D about to go to trial over that, and he had record of it, like allegedly, like where was that in the case? What was all of that? How Kim Porter just got pneumonia. I ain't never known nobody die from pneumonia. And just died. Because they said allegedly she was writing a book. She was pulling a Cassie. And I remember a blind item. A long time ago before Cassie filed her lawsuit, allegedly, saying that Kim Porter had gave Cassie a couple burner phones with a lot of evidence in it about Puffy. Could that be why? I don't know. We'll never know. Only Jesus knows. Only God knows. Only God knows. Only God knows. Anyway, I'm about to get out here. Please, y'all. The views are up. The views are viewing. But I don't see, where are my subscribers at? And then also, like the videos. YouTube is a whole algorithm. Y'all have to like them. Like, are y'all watching from the bushes? I'm just a small little, let me do the little Kim dance. Little small, little YouTuber. And I'm stuck at 39. Now, I will say, granted, I'm grateful for the 39 who follow me. Because I remember I started at 5 subscribers. So, and I haven't even been doing this a year. So, that's progress. You always have to find the silver lining in things. And I do. And I appreciate those who watch me but not subscribing. Look him. Bye, y'all.